Yo, this is YetiWhiskers and welcome back to some more Minecraft here on the Yeti Cave. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you guys are doing alright. Doing pretty good here myself. Just hanging out over by the wool farm, getting some extra wool because I ran into some issues over here I wanted to show you. So, the biggest problem that I had is I reached the storage capacity for a handful of colors. It was 4 of them that reached, I think it's 2042 or something like that. That's the storage capacity on your basic storage drawer. And that ended up backing up a whole bunch of things. And so for a long time, I kept having 0 wool and I could not figure out what the deal was. So I had to upgrade the storage for all of these. You can see my offhand here. Just put a diamond storage upgrade 4, I think it's called, into each one of these. So that's not a big deal and wasn't too big of a pain. It's just something I had to pay attention to, and now we're good. So you can see there's quite a few of them. Brown's over. Most of them on this side I think are over with the exception of this magenta. So pay attention to that if you have something similar set up. The other thing is a few of the mine carts for these 1, 2, and 3. These guys right here, the mine cart with hopper, they fell out and I'm not exactly sure why. The only reason I noticed is because when I went like this, boop, to kind of see what was going on here in the hopper, there were 3 mine carts sitting in the hopper after I kind of cleared everything out for, you know, the wool overflow. That was a little bit weird. I had to go figure out which one they were under, and it was under these 3. And I don't know why. If you guys have any idea why the minecarts may have disappeared from these, I would love to know. But anyway, that's fixed. So back up and running our little storage farm, or our little wool farm. You can see still running strong. I haven't even had to go in and replace any of the shears. I just filled all the droppers or dispensers up the first time. Things seem to be running pretty well since then. So today what we're going to do is we're going to build ourselves some storage, more storage for our food, and we're going to do that in a little bit different way. So not all the food items are going to be done today, but we're going to do that in market stalls for the non-meat items. And the meat items, I think we're going to get a butcher going in a different episode. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera again real quick, just easier and quicker, and I'll catch you in a little bit. All right, friends, welcome back. Check it out. Our storage situation is getting a little bit smaller. Oops, that's the wrong key. I'll show you kind of what I've been up to as I've been moving things over. You just right-click on them and they disappear, and we are good to go. So you can see not a lot of food items left. We do also have a bunch of these guys. I've been collecting them as the wandering trader shows up. He tends to disappear, and then his llamas stick around for some reason. Very strange. And by a strange coincidence, I also happen to have a few more of these guys. Oops. Wandering trader heads. So let's head on over to our little, I don't even know what to call it, like our district of shopping district, I guess. We don't really buy anything, but you know, this is kind of the shopping district of the city or town or whatever you want to call this little island village place thing. So you can see, still need to work on this guy. That's okay. Walk on over this way. We probably could run, but that's okay. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna feed ourselves some food here real quick. You can see in the distance I also have a little beacon, and the reason for that is while we were over here working, I moved some mushrooms from our little hidden area underneath the semi-auto farm into the mushroom shrine. I'll show you kind of where they're at as well. Let's go over there real quick. Shouldn't take us terribly long. Hi friends, how's it going? So you can see we've got a couple of them in here, and I've just been breeding them more and more. I don't want you to leave. As we've had time. So there's like, I don't know, 10 of them in here. And when I need leather, I also come in here and reduce the population a little bit. So, hello friends. They've been good to us. Mushrooms hanging out underneath the mushroom shrine. All right, let's go this way so we get the full effect here. So, again, our little sawmill working out pretty good for storage, and check it out. It's not a lot, but I've added a couple of these guys, and as we add more buildings behind them, I feel like they'll fit in a little bit better. Like this view over here is not great. Just off in the distance, there's nothing, but you can see I've added one little market stall here. Good night, having a hard time thinking. So this is where we keep some of the grown crops, with the exception of apples. I guess they're kind of grown through trees. Like this guy over here, and we've got potatoes, beetroots, carrots, and then some varieties of each of these. And I'll show you that in a second. And storage drawers on the back side of this. So just kind of simple. We've got a little wolves, kind of a rounder design with this one over the top. And we've added some banners down here just to spruce things up a little bit. And then over here we've got our fish area. This is one of my favorites, little market stalls. So we've got each of the varieties of fish. You can see I've got them up here on some packed ice, just so that it kind of looks like we're keeping them cold. I think you've probably seen this in other designs elsewhere. I didn't come up with this, but and then in the sides over here, we actually have live fish. So we've got some cod and some salmon in this side, and then on the other side, we've got a bunch of tropical fish. You can kind of see them in there. I thought that was kind of fun. A little addition to our market stall over here. So they're very fresh fish, and then you can see storage drawers over here for everything. Quark adds crab legs. So occasionally you'll see crabs running around on the beaches of your world, and you can cook them up and get some cooked crab legs. So I got that over there. I don't have a ton. What do we have? 7 between the 2 different drawers. So that's where that's at. I ended up actually killing myself with a pufferfish. I thought, oh, I knew they poisoned you, right? And they attacked you. But I grabbed one and put it in here, and then as I was working, he kept poisoning me and he ended up killing me. So this guy, he's forever immortalized in an item frame in a little bucket right here. So sorry, Mr. Pufferfish. I wanted to give you life in this, but you kept attacking me. Not happening. The next storage area we've got is this little kind of diagonal market stall. I kind of like it. Not sure if I love the design, but it gets the job done. And for this, we've got our little stews. So inside our chest here, these don't stack. We've got mushroom stew, which this fed us for a good long time when we started this world. And then we've also got a beetroot soup, which you can cook together with a bunch of beetroot. I don't have a ton going, so we've only got one of those. And then rabbit stew, which is really hearty for you, but it requires a lot of ingredients, including rabbits, which I don't have very much of. So inside of, excuse me, sir. Inside of this, oh no, we knocked down our part of our wall. No problem. So it's over here. We've got mushrooms for our mushroom stew, so we can put that together pretty easily. These are all the mushrooms that were on the mushroom island when we first got here. And then as we build things up, I'll maybe increase our supply of different stews and soups and things. But for now, this is pretty good. And honestly, I don't know that I'll ever use them. Maybe I'll use the rabbit stew every once in a while just for kicks and giggles. You can see I've got one on the side here as a little decoration. But yeah, most of this is decorative. And the last little market stall that we have is for our melons, pumpkins, and our sweet berries. So, you know, a little bit different design. This one's diagonal. This one's got this with the thing. This is pretty similar to that one over there, just a little bit smaller. And then again, we've got storage drawers in the back here. And these I need to take down because this is what I used to get up. And you can see, walk in back over here. Here's our storage drawers. You can see once we get a melon farm going and a pumpkin farm going, this will be more useful. Same with a sweet berry farm. I'd like to get one of those going as well. I think the butcher villager trades the sweet berries, and the rest of these are traded with just regular farmer villagers. So on the back side here, you can see I crafted up some golden apples and carrots just for kicks and giggles. Eventually, when we have a gold farm, we may fill those up and use those more often as a food source. But for now, this is what we've got going. I kind of like it. I like the feel that it adds to the village. If you come from this direction over here, I think it looks pretty cool. Like, this is what we'll want it to look like eventually, is buildings behind it, and it just adds some life to the world. And this should be pretty easy for us to add some villagers in here, and from there they should be protected. In fact, I may end up doing that now. We've got some villagers that I think can make this work. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I wasn't gonna do it, but now I think I'm gonna. So I'll catch up with you guys once that's ready, and I'll see you in a bit. Oh, also, before we do, I'm gonna add some mega torches over here, and one over there in this direction over here, so we don't have to worry about our villagers getting attacked and killed by drown. Or, you know, other baddies. So I'll see you in a sec. All right, everybody, welcome back. You can see we've got the villagers in here. Hey-oh! Kind of fun and exciting to see some movement in our little world. You can see I also brought a couple over, one for the blacksmith. He's hanging out on top of the chimney, you know, as one does. And I brought another one over that's supposed to be the stone cutter over here, the stonemason. I don't know where he ran off to. I was originally going to just, like, lock them in place like I have these guys over here. But I decided to let him run around and see what happened. Oh, there he is. He's a fisherman. He's not a stone cutter, but there he is. He's tied to one of the barrels over here. They're crazies. They just, yeah, that barrel right there that he's hanging out by. Crazy guys. They kind of just do whatever they want, and that's fine. So, pro tip, make sure you have fences all the way around. So I had to update that for all of these guys so that they stay in there. But you can see we've got our little fisherman guy over here looking very snazzy. And then over this way, we've got like a little butcher. I just kind of alternated between some of these little leather worker. And over here, I think is another butcher. So yeah, you can see looking pretty good over here. I'm pretty happy with them all. Getting some life in our world. I mean, you have to ignore the hums and the haws, but other than that, they're pretty good. Anyway, that's all I've got planned for today's video. Thank you guys a ton for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.